Hi guys, my name's Seb Tudor, I'm the man on the Silver Mountain and welcome back. Now today I want to talk about heartbreak. That sad, sorrowful thing that I'm sure happens to all of us at least once in our lives. In my case it has happened numerous times, but hey. It's one of those things that is incredibly tough to deal with, and nowadays I've seen so many articles on just popping up on Facebook, popping up on Google, popping up on wherever, where it's 10 reasons why heartache can destroy your health, or broken heart syndrome. It's a real thing and can kill you. And I want to make the yes. Firstly, I will completely kind of agree that extreme heartache has huge physiological impact and can cause everything from genuine heart conditions and real problems to depression and all kinds of things that will shorten your life considerably. It can happen. But let's talk about a way that maybe it won't happen if we talk about it in this specific fashion. And that is that heartache can be healthy for you. Now hold on, before you start throwing comments down there going, "You crazy," it's we need to look at it in a very specific way. So heartache, that emotional turmoil and upset when you've been in a relationship and you've gone your separate ways, especially if it's heartache from someone betraying you or abandoning you, or heartache from unrequited love, where it's a case of you've fallen for someone and either you voice your feelings or you don't, but then either they just don't see you that way or you've never told them, so you'll never know. Um, that kind of heartache as well all kind of amounts to a similar thing, where there might be less investment, but there's still no less kind of want for attachment. Now, the way we need to look at this, though, guys, is that these are all learning experiences. Every time you experience heartache, every time your heart gets broken, it's a learning experience. It's a way for you to know yourself better. Every single thing that happens, when someone turns you down, when you're sat there quietly observing the focus of your affections and they never know, when you actually tell them and you get ridiculed for it, or you get brushed off, or it all of a sudden becomes awkward with that person that you were already friends with, that you've just admitted your feelings for. That's tough, and it can be certainly so much worse when it's a girlfriend or boyfriend cheating on you, or it's a relationship has been perfectly fine for you but fizzled out for them, and there's no discourse around it, so it doesn't get solved, and then they just pull away from you. All of those things are terrible. They absolutely suck. They leave you with that empty, hollow feeling in your chest or your stomach. The constant white noise in your head. It's really, really difficult to deal with on a physical level as much as anything else. But then, if we're looking at these as learning experiences, if it's the rejection side of things, or the unrequited love side of things, then it's a case of appraising yourself maybe a little more. Taking a look at how you chose to interact with that person, how you decided that they were actually the person that you liked. All of these things, these little things that you can just pull out of those situations, allow you to then appraise what you did, why you did it, how you did it, what could you do better next time. Were they actually what you wanted, or was it just a momentary infatuation? All of those things matter for the next time. And the next time is just as important, because when that either succeeds or fails, that gives you more information, lets you learn some more. If you're in a relationship that's crumbling or crumbled or dies due to infidelity by yourself or the other party, those are all things that you can learn. Why did you cheat? What were the reasons? Was it something that you actually cared about? or was it not? Was it something that was coming for a long time, or was it not? Was it something that had been maintained behind the scenes for a long time, or not? All of those things matter, because the longer it's been going on in some kind of controlled and premeditated fashion, then that kind of speaks to how the relationship was going in the first place. And yet you can still, even if you're the person who's been cheating, you can still feel miserable afterwards. You can still feel that heartbreak. If you don't, then that should actually probably tell you more about that relationship and yourself than anything else. But again, all of these things, all these pieces of information that you can pick up and use and utilize, those are the important things. Because then, think about it this way. You've gone through maybe one significant crush that left you feeling miserable after they didn't see it the same way as you, and 2 relationships that failed horribly. One that was just your partner cheated on you, and the other one where it just crumbled. In which case now, with that full range of things, you've got an appreciation, if you've analysed the situations and treated them as learning experiences to feel sad about, but then give yourself a little bit of time, but then after that you pick yourself up and you analyse the situation. You now have information on how you interact with people, what you like and what you want, how the various things that you can do to ensure that engagement and attraction and fun and all those things that people want from relationships, stability, all of these things are still maintained and there, so that there isn't a collapse, there isn't cheating or anything like that. You get to know why maybe you gave that person who cheated on you more of a pass 2 or 3 times, where you accepted their excuses and then didn't come back and tackle them head on and kind of make it a quick cut earlier than you could have done to minimize the damage to yourself. Why didn't you do that? What was the reasoning behind it? Was there reasoning behind it? How can you ensure that there is reasoning behind it and it's more swiftly acted upon in the future? All of these things amount to self-development to the extent that you can go away and then develop a great relationship. If you keep learning, and especially if you keep learning even when you're in a relationship, use that knowledge from your past as kind of a solid basis, like a good ground, good hardcore for your ground level, and then you build up from it, continuing to learn and develop new rooms and new compartments as you're building this tower that is your relationship. That gives you not just a whole load of stuff to learn from that you've developed already, but it also gives you a comparative point to where you are in your new relationship, where you are at that moment, where you can examine things again and break things down some more, so that then you can go, right, I now know what I need to do, and then you can go and do it, and you can make sure that relationship that you want is a success. And it also means that you won't be as hesitant to, if things aren't working out, you know what the signs are, you know what you want, you know how things are probably going to go, and you can either sit down and have a discussion with your partner to try and amend it, or you can go, I know where this road is leading me, that's not a place I want to go again, and you can make the conscious, reasoned decision to take your own relationship and your own romantic kind of future into your own hands and act on that to make the best decision for you. But anyway, guys, it's a tough thing to talk about in terms of specifics, because everyone has their own reactions to heartbreak. Everyone has their own kind of experiences that cause it. Someone who's literally had their heart torn out and stomped on is going to be in a different state of mind and different situation than, say, a person who's never had the opportunity or plucked up the courage to go and tell the person that they like them, for instance. There are different magnitudes, different situations and different responses, because we're all different. But the one thing that firstly can remove the stress, remove the bulk of some of the physiological negatives that hit you with things like heartbreak, is treating it like a challenge, treating it like a learning experience so that you can come out better off on the other side of it. You can come out stronger and with a greater appreciation of you as a person, of what you want, and of the relationship that you want, so that you can turn those things into realities by leveraging what you have. So anyway, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this, guys, because I know that, as I said, everyone's experienced this probably at least once. I'm willing to, in vague terms, share some of my stories as well, but probably not in this video, or definitely not in this video, but in the future. But I'd love to be able to have a chat over yours as well, guys, just because if, my experiences are limited to me, and I'm a very specific kind of person that's probably not all that average in certain areas. And so as a result, some of my experiences are going to be quite outside of some of the things that you guys have experienced, and some of the things that you guys have experienced is going to be very outside of what I have. And so, having that wider appreciation of these kind of situations is kind of where we get the best insight. So anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the video later. Take care. Thank you very much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video or found it interesting, then please drop us a like, share this video, and subscribe for more. And I'll see you in the video later. Take care.